It's one of the most perplexing and chilling mysteries of the 20th century. A tale of 9 experienced hikers who set out on an adventure only to never return. The circumstances of their deaths have baffled investigators, sparked countless conspiracy theories, and continue to puzzle even the brightest minds to this day. What really happened in the Dyatlov Pass? Could it have been a natural disaster? A government cover-up? Or perhaps something even more sinister lurking in the shadows? Stay with me as we delve into the haunting mystery of the Dyatlov Pass incident. Our story begins on January 23, 1959, when 10 hikers from the Ural Polytechnical Institute in Sverdlovsk set off on what was supposed to be an ordinary skiing expedition led by Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student. The group was made up of experienced mountaineers. They planned to trek to Otorten Mountain, a remote area in the Ural Mountains. Known for its challenging terrain and unforgiving weather conditions, the team originally consisted of 10 members, but one, Yuri, was forced to turn back early due to illness. It was a decision that would ultimately save his life. The remaining 9 hikers, 7 men and 2 women, continued their trek, documenting their journey through journals and photographs. They faced harsh weather, with temperatures plunging below -30 degrees Celsius, but they pressed on, determined to reach their goal. When the group failed to return as scheduled, search and rescue efforts were launched. On February 26th, after weeks of searching, their campsite was discovered. What rescuers found was not what they expected. The tent was slashed open from the inside, as though the hikers had been trying to escape in a hurry. The tracks leading away from the camp showed that they had fled barefoot or in socks, despite the freezing temperatures. Some of the bodies were found nearby, dressed only in their underwear. Others were found later, buried under several feet of snow. The bodies were scattered over a wide area, and some were lying in strange positions, as though they had been trying to climb trees or had fallen down steep slopes. But it was the condition of their bodies that raised even more disturbing questions. The autopsies revealed a bizarre combination of injuries. Some of the hikers had died of hypothermia, which, given the harsh conditions, seemed unsurprising. But others had suffered more traumatic injuries, broken ribs, skull fractures, and even one victim whose chest was so crushed that it was compared to the force of a car crash. Strangely, there were no external wounds to correspond with these massive internal injuries. Over the years, many theories have surfaced, each trying to explain the incomprehensible. Here are some of the most popular explanations. Avalanche theory. Some believe that an avalanche could have struck the group's tent, forcing them to flee in a panic. But skeptics argue that the injuries were too severe for a typical avalanche, and the position of the tent doesn't fit avalanche patterns. Military tests. There were reports of bright lights in the sky around the time of the incident, leading some to believe that the Soviet military was conducting secret weapons tests in the area. Could the hikers have stumbled upon something they weren't supposed to see? Paranormal explanations. And then there are the more supernatural theories. Some suggest that the hikers were victims of a yeti or even extraterrestrial forces. Could they have encountered something that terrified them enough to flee their tent in the dead of night? In 2019, Russian authorities reopened the case and concluded that an avalanche was the most likely cause. But many experts still aren't convinced. The lack of external injuries, the radiation, and the peculiar behavior of the hikers still don't fully align with the avalanche theory. Researchers have recently suggested that the avalanche could have been a rare slab avalanche, where a layer of snow slides down in a block. This could have caused the blunt force injuries without leaving external marks. But even this theory doesn't explain the strange behavior of the hikers fleeing in the dead of night. So, what do we really know? The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most perplexing and unsolved mysteries of our time. Was it a natural disaster that spiraled out of control? A government cover-up? Or something far more terrifying than we can imagine? What do you think? Could there be an explanation we haven't even thought of yet? If you're fascinated by stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode as we explore more of the world's unsolved mysteries. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep questioning the unknown.